Stop! February gardening mistakes can ruin your plants before spring. Most gardeners don't even realize they're making these deadly mistakes right now. Are you planting too early? Overwatering? Missing a critical step? One wrong move and you could lose your plants before they even get a chance to grow. Let's fix this before it's too late. Hey, gardener! Every year, I see people lose their plants in February because of simple mistakes. It's frustrating you put in all that effort and then bam! A sudden frost, soggy soil, or bad timing ruins everything. But don't worry. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what not to do so your garden thrives when spring arrives. Trust me, mistakes shocks even expert gardeners. So stick around because by the end of this video, you'll know how to avoid these disasters and set up your garden for success. Oh, and if you've ever lost plants because of a gardening mistake, tell me in the comments. I read every single one. Let's talk about the biggest February gardening mistakes because trust me, these can set you back months. Mistake 1, planting too early? I know it feels like spring is right around the corner and that warm, sunny afternoon makes you itch to start planting. But hold on! Just because it feels warm during the day doesn't mean the soil is ready. A cold snap can hit out of nowhere, and if your plants aren't strong enough, they won't survive. Wait until your area's last frost date gets closer. If you're desperate to plant, start seeds indoors instead. Have you ever lost plants to an unexpected frost? Let me know in the comments. Mistake 2, overwatering in cold weather? Water is life for plants, but in February, too much water is a slow death sentence. The soil stays wet longer in cold weather and that can lead to root rot. Wearing wet socks in winter. Sounds miserable, right? That's how your plants feel when their roots sit in cold, soggy soil. Only water when the top inch of soil is dry. And if you're growing in pots, make sure they have good drainage. Mistake 3, ignoring frost dates. One surprise frost and boom, your plants are done. February is tricky because the weather seems to be warming up, but nighttime temperatures can still dip dangerously low. Always check your local frost dates. If there's a cold night coming, cover your plants with blankets, row covers, or even an old bedsheet. Anything to trap some warmth. But here's something no one talks about. February is also the best time to prevent one huge gardening disaster before it even starts. I'll get to that in a second. Let's keep going because the next mistake could wake your plants up too soon, and that's a big problem. But here's something no one talks about. February isn't just about avoiding mistakes. It's also the perfect time to prevent one huge gardening disaster before it even starts. Most people don't realize this until it's too late, but if you fix it now, your garden will be way healthier in spring. Stick around, I'll reveal it in just a minute. Let's keep going because these next mistakes could seriously hurt your garden before spring even arrives. Mistake 4, pruning at the wrong time. Pruning feels productive. You want to clean up your plants and get them ready for new growth? But pruning too early? Big mistake. When you prune, you're telling the plant, hey, wake up. It's time to grow. But guess what? If another cold snap hits, that fresh new growth will freeze and die. Hold off on pruning most plants until the danger of frost is gone. But here's the real shocker. There's one plant you should never prune in February. I'll reveal it in a second. Mistake 5, not prepping your soil? Think of soil like a gym. If it's weak, your plants won't grow strong. And after winter, your soil is probably tired and drained. If you plant without preparing the soil, your plants will struggle to get the nutrients they need. And trust me, weak plants equals easy targets for pests and diseases. Start prepping your soil now. Add compost, mix in organic matter, and refresh your raised beds. Your plants will thank you later. If you're serious about prepping your soil, hit that like button. Mistake 6, forgetting indoor seed starting. Want early veggies. Want bigger flowers? Start your seeds indoors now. A lot of people wait too long to start seeds, and then by the time spring arrives, they're way behind. But if you start now, your plants will be strong and ready to go as soon as the weather warms up. Check your seed packets for the right start time and use a simple seed tray with good lighting. What's your favorite plant to grow from seed? Tell me in the comments. Okay, here's a mistake that no one talks about and it could save your entire garden. Most people ignore this in February, but if you fix it now, you'll have a pest-free garden in spring. Keep watching! Alright, here's the mistake that no one talks about and it could save your garden. Most people think February is too early to worry about pests. But guess what? Pests don't disappear. They're already planning their attack. If you don't take action now, you could be dealing with an infestation by spring. Stick around, I'll show you exactly what to do. Mistake 7, big reveal, ignoring pests. Most gardeners think pests vanish in winter. Wrong. They're just hiding under leaves, in the soil, and even in mulch, waiting for warmer days to invade your garden. If you don't take action now, you'll be dealing with aphids, mites, and slugs the moment spring arrives. Clear out dead leaves, turn your soil to expose pests, and use natural deterrents like neem oil or diatomaceous earth. Trust me, future, you will thank you for stopping these pests now. Quick recap to avoid a gardening disaster in February. Don't plant too early. Don't overwater. Check frost dates. Be careful when pruning. Prep your soil. Start seeds indoors. And don't ignore pests. But now the big question, what should you plant in February? I got a full guide. Click the next video to find out the best crops to start this month. You won't want to miss it. Did you learn something new today? Hit that like button if you did. Subscribe now for weekly gardening tips. Don't miss out on the best advice to keep your plants thriving. And tell me in the comments, what's the biggest gardening mistake you've ever made? I read every comment and I might even feature yours in a future video. Let's grow together. See you in the next one.